And we're back with Super Mario Sunshine. We get to start now. Hi, lumardy.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing very good, thank you. Just excited to get into the run.
Absolutely. Are you a talker? Should I not interrupt you?
Uh,
How do you want to do this?
yeah, I can just like there's lots of this game that I get, like I understand,
Perfect.
so
Okay.
I can just I can go ahead and
Okay,
start
on
now.
your countdown.
Yeah, cool. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. So this game starts off with a lot of cutscenes, a lot of downtime. So I actually have a lot of time to explain just exactly what entails a Super Mario Sunshine 80% speedrun. So there's a lot of cool tech, there's a lot of movement skill that goes into this speedrun. A lot of things I'll be explaining along the way, mainly, but yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I don't know, like a lot of people like to memorize these cutscenes, just, you know, mime along to them. They're a bit of a meme amongst the Sunshine community. Everyone has them memorized at this point, it's no secret. But yeah, we're gonna just begin off with Airstrip. We basically move over to get the flood, which is the game's main mechanic, the main gimmick of Super Mario Sunshine. For people unfamiliar with the game and have played something like Odyssey, it's basically the Cappy of this game. So yeah, we're just gonna move over there now. And we have another minute, 30 seconds of cutscenes. So off to an absolutely fantastic start. So you will see during this cutscene though, I think it's bottom left. If you're eagle-eyed, you can see Super Mario Bros. And then you can see 64 here, spinning around Bowser. A little bit of an Easter egg. So just gonna give us a little bit of a tutorial.
Use the R button to shoot water from my tape.
So as soon as we come out of this cutscene, we're actually going to be fighting a polluted piranha, and there are, including that one, I think 3 more? Maybe a few more, I'm not actually too sure. I think it's 3 though. So we fight one once we get into Delfino Plaza to unlock Bianco Hills. We fight one to unlock Rico Harbor, and we fight one to unlock Gelato Beach. The route for this run is pretty interesting as well. We don't actually go like... It's pretty non-linear. Like, we do a lot of levels earlier than normal at least. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spray this polluted piranha now. Collect the first shine. Gonna do a spam spray here to damage the piranha. You don't really need to do a spam spray, you can just spray him, but it's faster to do that. And I can talk a bit about what spam sprays exactly are. So, there's a little tech in the game where if you mash R and A, you can, it basically it's a backflip spray, which you can do normally by holding down R all the way and pressing A, but the game actually allows you to do this backflip spray anywhere. So, you can kind of just shotgun spray anything. And we can actually use that to fill up PT Piranha really quickly to get the ground pound on him, to defeat him. You can just do it to clean large amounts of goop. You can do it to defeat Manta very quickly. Serena 6 beat that level, which is just... Serena 6 is just the goop covered in goop completely. So spam spraying is very useful for that level. But this is the big cutscene. I don't know why I chose to run this game when there's so many cutscenes. Funnily enough, we actually have a timing method now. I mean, it's a revision after many years of being traditional. So what we do now is we actually have a hacked save file where we get to keep the airstrip gameplay, but it does get rid of the cutscenes at the beginning of the game. And it's purely just because, like, like we've all like the cutscenes don't take skill to do. You don't play during a cutscene, so the skill is still there. It just gets rid of the annoying entry like to the game, which is 6 minutes long. It's not very friendly to people wanting to speedrun the video game, you know. It is pretty frustrating. A compromise some people came up with was doing a race file, which is where you save just after airstrip and this cutscene that we're watching right now, and that just spawns you straight into Delfino Plaza. But the issue with that is it does skip gameplay, so we never made that a part of the actual official timing method. But we have got 2 more now. Like I mentioned, there's the hacked file, and there's also Peach file, which is where this cutscene's still in, but we save after watching the cutscene after Flood on the airstrip. So yeah, first level coming up after this cutscene. Well, first of all, we're going to unlock the polluted piranha, and then we're going to have to defeat Shadow Mario, and then he's going to run away to Bianco Hills, and we are going to be doing Bianco 2 as the first level. And the reason that is because in the level Bianco 1, you can actually do the Bianco 2 shine, and it's the only level in the game where you can actually intentionally skip a shine in the game. So that's what we're going to be doing. The only thing similar to that in this run is, I mean, we are going to be doing some shines out of order, but that's just purely from glitches. So the only thing similar to that is the biggest skip in the game, Gelato Beach skip, where the 8th shine is in every single level in that world. So if you collect that shine, you can go back and do the Shadow Mario shine. I probably should have mentioned that to beat this speedrun, you do need to defeat Shadow Mario in every single level. So here's the first polluted piranha, and it's going to lead us into another cutscene once we beat him. So 1, and then we've got 2 more sprays. So like I was mentioning with Gelato Skip a minute ago, once you beat the 8th level in that world, you can just go back and do the 7th level, and the 7th level is always Shadow Mario in the worlds. Also, it's probably worth mentioning that the other day we did get an announcement for the Super Mario 3D All-Stars, which is going to bring 64, Sunshine and Galaxy to the Switch. Which is annoying that it's a limited supply. Not supply, limited like window of release. So it probably won't affect speedrunning purely because of that. So for now, the fastest version probably will stay the Wii version, or playing on the Wii. So we're going to go ahead and defeat Shadow Mario there, and he's going to trail off to Bianco Hills. He's very slow, so we have to wait for him. And we can get a little trick here called Early M, which saves a few frames. I didn't get it, but if you spray there in time, you can actually spray the M before he even like paints it fully, which is kind of interesting. But here we go. Bianco 1, but we're doing Bianco 2 like I mentioned. And oddly enough, you can actually see Shadow Mario right here, but he isn't there once you go over to that area. It's kind of a little tease. So we're going to do a log jump over the wall, and now we're going to use the dreaded spider, which is RNG, and so get used to a lot of RNG in the speedrun. But this is very good actually, so he's going to get us a boost up here, and we're going to do some cool little windmill war kicks to get up to PT Piranha. There we go, and another cutscene. So this is the first boss fight in the game. We're going to have to spray him in his mouth 3 times and ground pound him 3 times in the belly, and that's going to defeat him. And he'll turn into some chocolate on the floor, and we can collect the shine from him. So here we are inside the windmill. which has nothing inside it. It's kind of weird, but there is actually a bug here where you can clip out of bounds. So I'm really hoping nothing like that actually happens during my run, because there are some soft lock potential things in this game for no reason. Just an absolute mess of a video game. So that's 2, and we can do the 3rd one. I just saw some people mentioning in chat GC ASMR. Yeah, the GameCube controller does make a lot of noise, but a lot of people tend to like controller noises, so get used to that, especially spam spraying. So that is the 2nd shine in the game, and now we're going to head into Bianco 3. And this is the first secret level in the game. It's inside a cave in Bianco Hills, which is actually barred off in 1st and 2nd levels. So this is the only time you can do it. So there'll be a cutscene that plays as we enter the cave where Shadow Mario is going to take Flood. And the secret levels, you don't have Flood, so it's pretty traditional Mario platforming, like Super Mario 64, and you're going to see some like pretty incredible movement that's been developed over the years, different strats, and yeah, I don't know, there's not really much to to this level specifically. It's just like a triple jump here, and then you just do a bunch of dives, and you've done this level. This is the easiest one in the game. If anyone's going to like learn strats for secret levels, it's going to be this one first, for sure. Very free, and we got it. There is the dreaded secret in this game, which is Noki 6, which I feel like I'm a bit too familiar with these days to mess up ridiculously. But there are some really tricky secrets, especially on PB pace kind of runs. They do suck. So I'm going to do a little neat trick here called Travel Skip. And what this means is I'm going to defeat this polluted piranha, which we actually need to spray 6 times compared to the usual 3 of the first 2. And once he's defeated, as you will have seen with Bianco Hills, the statue appeared. So a hut will appear once we defeat this guy, and it'll play a little cutscene to demonstrate that. But we are going to enter Bianco Hills at the same time, and this is going to play 2 cutscenes at the same time, like so. It's going to be a bit glitchy and weird looking, but what that does is it stops us from having to travel from the hut where the polluted piranha was to Bianco Hills, which saves a few seconds. Because if you just cleaned, or if you defeated the polluted piranha, it would just teleport you in front of the hut. It wouldn't just leave you where you were, sadly. So it does get rid of some travel time. This level we're going to be collecting 8 red coins. Very fun movement level, really optimized. A lot of competition on this level for individual level speedruns on the Google Docs that we have. What I just did there was called a GWK, and you will see that in a few locations in the speedrun. I'm going to take this a bit safely, because marathon. But a GWK is basically a wall kick towards the wall. I just went to split then, but I don't have my splits up, so that's a bit stupid. Anyway, so basically, if you press Y and A in quick succession, Mario will wall kick towards the wall instead of away. He'll actually wall kick. And if you do that at the top of a wall, you'll just go over the wall instead of away from it, or into the wall, like I mentioned. So you can actually use that to your advantage. It saves you having to ledge grab a lot of the time. So the thing there that was probably kind of hard to spot, it's called a Y turn. Let me just explain that in a moment. So Y-turn, there's a first-person camera in this game, or kind of a first-person, over the shoulder. And we can get a lot of momentum and then use this to actually change Mario's direction with our momentum, like so. Let me just do it here instead. Actually, I could just do this. So I could just angle like my momentum. It kind of didn't work properly. I wanted to do it with a water slide. But yeah, we can use that to our advantage in some places. So, thing to explain about this level, this is completely RNG, and this is not a very good position right now. So, in terms of RNG, PT's going to fly all over the village, and if he goes here, he always goes over this wall. And then there's like 3 or 4 locations he can go after this, and we're gonna hope that he goes somewhere good and treats us fairly. I just want to keep some water. We don't want to run out. That would not be good. And that is actually the best place to go from over the wall. So this could be pretty good RNG. Okay, and he can also throw some tornadoes once he lands as well, and that is also RNG and wastes 2 seconds each time he does it. And he does have a 70% chance, I think, to spray one of those tornadoes, or spray or throw one of those tornadoes. And that's good luck, so he's gonna go here for us. Really good RNG. This is some RNG that I would take in a PB pace run for sure. So PT Prawn is defeated once and for all, and we're just gonna collect a 1-up from here, just to be safe. Doesn't waste any time. And now we can collect the shine. And we're actually going to be done with Bianco Hills for a bit. And I'll explain why once we get out of this save box coming up just here. So if you pay attention just here, you'll see there's a little cutscene that plays where the camera will pan around to this. And we want to minimize how many of those we get by unlocking each area. And each one of those wastes about 3 seconds. So if we do the route, I'm not sure what I'm doing there. If we do the route the way we do it, then it minimizes those little cutscenes. Because if we were to just do the levels in any order, we might waste a bunch of like random 3 seconds without unlocking all the areas. So once all of those are once all the areas are unlocked, those won't play anymore. And that will save quite a lot of time. So, next level that we're going to be doing is Gelato Beach and Gelato Beach Skip. Just here, I'm going to slide towards the screen because you'll see, once the lighthouse pops up just here, Mario will slide towards the lighthouse, which allows us to get into the M a bit quicker. I did just slide back because I was covered in goop, but it's all good. So, I'm actually going to go for a bit of a riskier version of Gelato Beach Skip here. I'm going to go for the backflip setup. And that's purely because I think I'm actually more consistent at this setup than the normal setup at this point. I was trying the normal setup earlier, wasn't happening, which is pretty bad, but it should be fine. Issue is, each time you mess it up, it does waste like 20 seconds, so it should be good though. We should be good. So we don't need an angle for this setup, and we can just hop on the hut and just... Oh wow, I did mess it up, okay. So that wastes a bit of time. You could just throw the coconut and it will clip you in, and you need to do a really precise hover into the tube to get the shine sprite. If I mess this up again, I'm just going to do it the normal method. So just bear with me. Wow. It's not a good day apparently. The game has not blessed us. I honestly have no idea how I'm going to be doing this trick on Switch if we ever end up allowing this this game to be run on Switch. So yeah. I'm really confused right now. My apologies. I'm messing all kinds of things up. Oh my goodness, this is not a very good showcase right now. Yeah, this is something that you can just mess up and blank on, unfortunately. It's okay though, because we got it now. So we did waste about a minute just doing that, but it's alright. For newer runners who are curious though, doing that in under 10 minutes will always save time. Because it does save 10 minutes in the speedrun. It's better than going through all the other levels, we'll just say that. I definitely should have just practiced the easier method. At least that was the issue was just the hover for that, actually. So this is the first Shadow Mario. Just gonna kill him really easily. There we go. See, as I was saying a minute ago, the hover for Jalsia Beach Skip was messing me up. It wasn't particularly the clip. That's usually quite easy. The hover, that is, compared. Alright, so we're actually going to move on to the third world now, which is Pianta Village, which is usually actually, in a casual playthrough, the last level that you would probably go through, just before Corona Mountain. So we're just going to do a little trick up here, and get inside the pipe. And a good reason for doing Pianta Village super early on is, for some reason, when you go in the pipe before specific things are unlocked, a cutscene normally plays where the camera follows Mario into the pipe, and that doesn't play earlier on into the game for some reason. So I'm getting some good luck on this level by the looks of things with the chain jumps. This is also RNG, and you can waste like a lot of time. I'm gonna do a little trick once I kill this third guy. Well, not kill him, save him actually. My bad. Save the animals. Where I'm gonna pause just after he's bathed, just like this. And that will actually skip a lot of time because a text box comes up of Flood talking about remembering to like wash our pets or whatever. So pausing there actually skips that and saves a couple of seconds. It probably looks like it loses time more than anything. But we're gonna head into this second level now. Oops. And this is the first of a few in the game, but we're only doing 2. So this is Piantissimo, the Piantissimo race, which for people familiar with Super Mario 64 is the same as the Koopa the Quick races, apart from this guy's always the same speed. He doesn't speed up depending on how fast you finish this level. And we can actually copy his movement, which I'm going to try to do. Oh, maybe not. Never mind, I actually forgot how to do it. But yeah, Bouncy Boy did this at a SGDQ 2016 marathon, where I copied the movement. Oh well. He's easy to beat though. Slow boy. Easy. So yeah, the other one that we do is actually in Noki Bay, in Noki 5. So that's that one. So pretty similarly to the secret levels in the video game, there are well, there is this one level here where Flood is taken from us, and we must complete the level Floodless. And it does actually take quite a long time to do casually, because there's like a bunch of puzzles to do, a bunch of platforming. But we can actually do something called a lava, or a damage boost to get over the lava, just here. Like so, because we have... maybe not. I got really unlucky with that, wow. We're dead. Yeah, so those goop guys are actually RNG, and sometimes they can mess you up a little bit. And that did distract me. That doesn't lose much time though. So, that's all good. So, I'll explain a little bit about the level again. So, yeah, this level's covered in lava. We need to get a damage boost, which gives us invincibility frames to actually get over that lava and beat the level. So good job we picked up a extra life earlier, because we don't want to be messing up later on in the... Wow, again, they're messing me up. We don't want to be messing up later in the run and have to pretty much like die in a level and then just have like no lives. Also, that's pretty easy to survive, so don't worry. But yeah, it can mess you up. Some of the secret levels, really easy to die in. You can get destroyed pretty easily. So yeah. Another good thing to note, whilst we have some downtime as well, is some of the version differences. So I'm playing on the PAL version, which is the European version of the game, and I'm playing on the Italian text, because Italian text is actually the fastest text that you can get for this game. Second fastest being Japanese, and the difference is Japanese actually has faster loads when loading into Delfino Plaza. PAL having slower loads, but the text makes them about even overall in the 90% run. So people either play on PAL or Japanese. Not many people play on the US version. Okay, so this is a bigger version of some of those guys that we cleaned in the first level in Pianta Village. This is the giant chomp. And we need to just guide him into a big pool of water to call him off, and we could do a little neat trick called chain skip, where we can grab the chain a little bit early, and he will just go straight in the pool, just here, like that, instead of having to drag him in. And we utilized some of those spam sprays to clean him very quickly, and we're just going to do a backflip dive into this, like so. That's the 11th shine, all done. Okay, so up next, we've got one of the most infamous levels in the entire game. The bane of some children's childhood. And it is Pianta 5. And this is the level with the chucksters. The Piantas that you talk to and they throw you. So, we're going to have to be extra careful with talking to those guys and making sure that we are fully aligned with getting thrown properly. But before that, to get into the actual level, you usually need Yoshi. But we can just not use Yoshi and just clip straight into the level. Like so. Oops. And we're in. So normally you need Yoshi to throw up all over that goop. Okay, so there is some RNG in this level that can save us 20 seconds. There's a guy on the top platform, and if he's in the bottom left, you can get thrown instantly. And it does save 20 seconds, and it's pretty rare. So we're going to see what he does. And he's in the position that saves 20 seconds, so we can go ahead and just talk to this guy and go straight over. Because usually you would actually have to wait for him to walk all the way around. But we can just go ahead and just get the shine. Something worth noting on that level, I was doing something called, I actually don't know the specific name for it, but basically you hold backwards and mash Y, and it reverses the direction the chuckster actually throws you, which is part of the weird, glitchy, over-the-shoulder camera in the video game. I keep saying the video game, I have no idea why I keep saying that, it's really bizarre. Anyway, so this level, it's worth shouting out average trays world record history of specifically this level, because this level's got a lot of history behind it, and it is the most competitive level in this game. World record is like a mid 219, and most runners in a run will barely get over a 210. So there's some pretty insane strats that you can do to make your time very good. I'm going to aim for around a 214. That might not be possible because of that spam spray luck just there. There is a little bit of a luck element to the spam sprays, they don't always clean exactly what you're aiming at, but that's fine. So we probably will get about 212 with this one, is my guess. Oh, maybe not. Those guys didn't unlock. That's really unlucky. There we go. Still got a 210 though, so that's okay. And we're just gonna go ahead, beat the level. My PB is actually a 218, which I didn't record, unfortunately, so I had to go back and get a 217 recorded. But I don't know if I have the patience to actually grind out a recorded 218 at this point, because it does suck. And there's a RNG only strat to the level, which forces you to reset almost instantly if you don't get it every time. So it's a bit of a grind. And we're just going to go ahead and finish up Pianta Village here. Pretty simple Shadow Mario kill, nothing special to it. There are actually some strats that we don't do at RTA to kill these guys. Or I guess it's one guy to kill Shadow Mario. But I'm just going to kill him normally. And we do that just by simply spraying and walking. You can kill him before the fence, but didn't do it right. So we have the next skip in the game coming up. Honey Skip, named after the Japanese SMS runner Honey. I think he also ran Mario 64. And he found this, where cutscene will play if we try to go to Pinner Park now, because Shadow Mario's speedboat is just there. So what we're going to do is go out of bounds, and there's a weird thing in this game where if you go out of bounds for more than a second, or 30 frames, depending on the lag, you will die. So what we can do with that is get out of bounds and die on the same frame that we activate this cutscene, and it will skip the cutscene. So we just have to line up like this, ground pound and walk to the left, and that should have skipped the cutscene. And that saves around 15 seconds. So we should spawn on top of the cannon, like so. And that saves us having to watch the cutscene. And we're going to go into a boss fight pretty much straight away. First we're going to have to talk to a guy inside the park. And he's going to get us ready for the Mecha Bowser fight. And there's another cutscene skip that I'm actually going to be doing here. This is very, very easy, where you exit area as you enter the cutscene. So, like so, just here, exit area, and that will skip the cutscene that you would normally play there for some reason. It's very bizarre. So we just want to mash through this text, and then we're going to do the Mecha Bowser fight. And when Mecha Bowser is defeated, we do another one of those exit areas, and that will skip the next cutscene. So we skipped a minute-long cutscene there, and this one's even more important because this one will save us 2 minutes by skipping this cutscene after we've defeated Mecha Bowser. So first rocket, very good. Second rocket, hopefully we can get a grab here. Maybe not. Okay, well this will still be very good. So we missed one rocket, which is fine. That is perfectly acceptable. So we want to pause when these explode and then exit area. And that will skip a 2-minute cutscene. And this shine here, you can't grab it before this little cutscene here plays. But if you use cheats to spawn in on it, you can actually collect it before that cutscene plays. But even a task can't do that. But, you know, theoretically that would save a few seconds. A really weird property to have. So this next level is a bit of an auto-scroller. There is a small trick before it though. It's a secret level, one of the flipless stages. And we're actually going to be doing the hardest trick in the entire game. I'm going to eat my own words, making fun of it now, but mole skip, where we dive into the mole. And it's a bit of a meme that is really hard, but it obviously isn't. It's super easy, anyone can do it. So, you know. Free. Just instantly in there. No worry at all. Never mess it up. Which is surprising because I've messed up a lot in this run already. I've died like a couple times. Or I've died once and then messed up GBS. Yeah, and this is really simple. Cycle's always the same. You just gotta follow it. Just a massive auto-scroller. And that's that level. So next level has some really cool movement. We're going to be collecting some red coins again, but this time in Pinner Park. There is actually some very difficult strats that the task does with its own route, which Fetch popularized, and that saves quite a lot of time, but I'm not going to be doing it in this run. So once we enter the park, you'll see me waste a little bit of time at the beginning, and that's just so I make the cycle. Because you can be too early for the cycle, and that will stop you being able to get the coins like quickly. So I'm just going to waste a tiny bit of time here by staying still. Just getting a spray. Like that. Or a slide, rather. I'm going to do a momentum spin here, like that. And that is another bit of tech in the game that I haven't explained yet properly. So, if you roll out onto a slope in this game, excuse me, if you roll out onto a slope in this game, you actually get a lot of momentum. Mario will run very quickly. And we combine that with what's called a buffered spin jump. I'm trying to think of a time where I can actually demonstrate one of those. Probably can't right now because I don't want to waste time. But essentially, you have about a second before you can press, or before you can press. I mean, you can spin and then you can press A up to a second later. That's what I'm trying to say. So you can do the spin on the stick, and you have 30 frames to actually press the spin, the actual jump. So maybe I'll be able to demonstrate that soonish, but I don't know. But yeah, that just allows us to get a spin jump more consistently straight. Also, wow, I've not done too well on this level. I'm gonna have to just get on with it and kill some of these guys, unfortunately. So you can actually kill all these guys in one cycle. And the idea is you want to kill them all before the first sunflower wakes up. Because these guys interrupt you being able to kill them. So I'm going to guide this guy over here. Come on, over here. They just fly over here. Okay, so that's those guys. I did 2 cycle, pretty slow though. So I want to go back to talking about the buffered spin jumps, because I didn't explain it too well. So like I said, you can spin the control stick, and you have up to a second to press the A button to get the actual spin jump. And what's good about that is it lets us get the like hold the stick forwards, so we can actually angle the spin like forwards. So because most people just like spin the stick and press A, and their direction will just be terrible. But if you buffer it, you can just go straight forwards, which is really good. And we are in softlock territory now. So please pray for me. This is the next major skip in the game. We're actually going to be skipping level 5 by doing level 6. This is one of the most genius, and like I'm saying this seriously, it's one of the most genius skips I've ever seen in a game. How they figured it out is pretty beyond me. It's incredible. I don't know why they thought to do it, but pretty much we're going to use Yoshi to spray one of these guys, and what that's going to do is going to create a platform that will travel. Oh wow, I'm not sure what I'm doing. Oh no, that's fine. Sorry, I'm being stupid. Gonna store the fruit here by jumping off Yoshi as we eat it, and then we can use that later. So anyway, let me go back to what I was saying. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna spray one of these guys to clip in here. I'm getting all kinds of confused right now. So let's clip inside here, and we're gonna spray this guy, and that's gonna create a platform that will let us travel through this invisible wall. If we get stuck inside this invisible wall, it's game over, so gotta be very careful. But yeah, you would not be able to actually go through this area otherwise. And for some reason, as Orange Yoshi... Oh wow, we actually died? I'm really confused. Sorry about that. Well, I'll just have to explain it again. I've never like seen that mess up like that before. Interesting. Well, at least we didn't soft lock, because that can happen. That was really bizarre. Okay. I mean, I've seen him like zip down like that, but that was really strange that it would happen just there. So I guess we're gonna have to go again. But luckily the run is gonna continue, so it's not all doom and gloom. Okay, so I'm gonna explain properly again. So we need to get the fruit for Yoshi, and then what we can do is we can do something what's called storing a fruit, where if you jump off Yoshi at the same time as eating it, it's going to allow us to eat the fruit anywhere we want. So I need to eat this purple one first, because we need to be purple Yoshi for the horizontal moving platforms. Okay. Like so. Okay, wait for him. And then we can eat that fruit now, instead of having to be near it. Okay, so like I was saying is, to do this level you need to be Orange Yoshi and get to the Yoshi go-round. And the loading zone is actually in the Yoshi go-round in the unloaded park. They must have just used the same asset, which is very bizarre that they would just do that. So yeah, we need to get in the secret level like so, and then we'll skip level 5 because this is technically level 6. And there is no other way around getting through that invisible wall other than using one of those Yoshi platforms that I just used. We've had a lot of shenanigans in this run, I must say. We're getting through it though, we move on, we move on. So a bit more secret movement in the level, what am I saying? A bit more movement in the secret levels to do. This one's not particularly difficult. You'll see some more of those coming up that are a bit harder. I'm gonna have to save myself though. Just as I say, it's not that hard. Speedrunner's curse. I'm a little bit rusty, so that will explain some of these. And we're just gonna go ahead and finish up Pinner Park by doing another Shadow Mario. So get back in the cannon for the final time. Go back to the beautiful theme park that is Pinner Park. And we're going to move on to Rico Harbor, which is technically the second level in the game, but we're saving it for later. As I mentioned, those little cutscenes that play earlier, we're trying to minimize those. So we just do that a bit later in the route, because we're trying to work our way back round to Bianco. So we need to spray this guy really quickly here, like this. We can see if we can spray him down. There we go. This Shadow Mario is particularly thirsty, so we need to kill him ASAP, because he just runs. He just keeps going. So luckily we got him quite early. In Rico, there are some techs that I'm going to be doing that we don't really do anywhere else in the run, in the 80% run that is, called the Beyblade technique. And it's as sick as you think it sounds, if you think it sounds good. And we're going to be using those in Rico 3 and 4 to generate a lot of momentum and get some pretty crazy jumps. The way they work is they're technically a butt slide, but you actually have a different animation. So when you butt slide in the game, you get so much momentum, it's ridiculous. But if you do this Beyblade technique where you like spin on the ground, you move slower, but you get the momentum of a butt slide. So it gives us more time to actually do the jump. I'll show you what I mean when we get to Rico 3 though. So this is the first boss in Rico. The first of 2 times we're going to be fighting this boss. They do like recycling the bosses in this game. And funnily enough, there is actually a 3rd time you do fight this guy. But we do skip that in Noki Bay, so... Usually you would pull off all his limbs, which is pretty disgusting. He does grow them back though, so... We're just going to pull his mouth. By doing a little trick, and he's dead. But he will return, so... We'll see him in Rico 5. The idea is Shadow Mario is creating all of these guys to pollute the area. So we're going to go up into a very fun level, Rico 2, which is actually the blooper safari level, where we need to jump on some Gooper bloopers, and they will make us surf along the water. But a cool thing about being a bit high level and doing some high level strats is we can actually skip having to use the bloopers at all. Especially for this intro here. So usually we'd collect those bloopers just there, go all the way around on the water, but I'm going to use a little strat that I talked about earlier where we can use the over-the-shoulder camera to change the direction of our momentum. Just up here, and we're just going to go straight into the loading zone like so. Like that. And now we're also going to skip some of the bloopers here, because we know exactly where these checkpoints are for the race, and we don't need the blooper for the level, so I could just slide along like this, just here. And I'm doing it a bit jank right now, but it's all good. There we go. And that will complete the race in 20 seconds. A good time that I generally want to get would be around an 18 or below, but it still saves time as long as it's faster than 22 seconds, I think. So, you have that. And Rico 3, which I mentioned in Rico 1, we're going to be doing the Beyblade to get under the caged shine sprite instead of going over. And the way that works is if we do a spin on the ground and then spray just after. Mario does a little twirl, like a ballerina on the ground. That stops him from moving fast on the ground, but the speed he gets from the jump will be the same as just like sliding really fast. So if we go over here, and we do the little spin just here, we can fly over here like that. The crane RNG wasn't very good, so I had to do a bit of makeshift movement, but we got under the cage, and we can collect the shine. So Rico 4 is the secret stage for this level, for this area, Rico Harbor. Pretty difficult level. Seen a lot of optimization over the years. It is very good. It's definitely my favorite secret level in the game. Actually, there is a 1-up that we can collect. I was going to say the issue is it's pretty difficult, and if I mess it up I might game over, but even though it's hard, it's pretty difficult to mess up and game over on because of the 1-up that you can collect, unless you die near the start, which I'm going to try not to do. That's the idea, try not to die. It's a pretty simple objective, secret level. I'm going to try and collect this 1-up just here. Beautiful. I'm going to try and make this red cycle. Very good. And then we can just jump into the shine. That's Rico 4. So returning to Rico for the 5th time, we are actually going to encounter Familiar Face that we battled in the first level, Gooper Blooper. Although this time, the main difference is we have to pull his mouth. just that little bit further. So it takes a little longer to kill him, but it's exactly the same. We do exactly the same strats. It just takes longer to kill him because his mouth, for some reason, has become a lot more elasticated. So, and he's on the helipad as well. So do some movement to get over to him. Very long. There we go. Just got to keep pulling. And bang. So you can actually do a little strat just there to save a few frames called Squealless. And it's based on timing. You can actually let go of his mouth before he starts screaming. And that will still damage him. And it just saves a few frames, but generally you want to let go when he starts screaming, because that's like the cue to let go, pretty much. So this time we actually have to use the Gooper bloopers to surf on to collect some red coins. And this level can prove pretty difficult sometimes, so fingers crossed I do not die. If I do, I'm going to be pretty upset at myself because it's not a common mistake, but there is a lot of tight angles, so you're going to be seeing that. It's a bit nerve-wracking, generally. So I'm just going to get a slide over to the red coin button. Position ourselves to face the green blooper. Always use the green blooper. It has the best handling, and holding forwards is exactly the same speed as the other bloopers. The purple blooper, or the pink blooper, is the fastest without holding forwards, but it has the worst handling in the game. It is awful. Never use it. And those are the 8 coins. So we're just going to collect this shine and get out of here. And defeat Shadow Mario. And then we're gonna... Oh wow, I missed it, okay. Wow, exactly what I was talking about not doing, I've done. So... it's fine. Don't worry about it. That was very close. I could have easily messed it up, but I'm an absolute lord, so it's fine. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and defeat Shadow Mario for the 4th time. And this is the easiest one. You just walk forwards and he dies. He's dead. That's it. So we're going to go back to Bianco now. We're going to finish up those last 2 shines that we didn't get as part of the routes. And the first level is going to be Bianco 6, which is a secret level. Some really cool movement. It will look very... like... it's going to be one of those anxiety-inducing levels that looks really horrible to watch. But to play it is another story. It's really not that difficult if you're familiar with the game mechanics. It's like watching those anxiety-inducing Minecraft videos where someone will like almost walk into lava or like fall and land on half a heart, stuff like that. That's kind of what this level can do depending on the strat. It's very, very scary to watch. But yeah, we're gonna have to do some kind of cool movement to get into the cave. So, let's do some slides. I don't think I mentioned this, but sliding, funnily enough, is actually the fastest way to get around in Mario Sunshine. Even faster than the turbo nozzle. Which a lot of people don't realize that. But yeah, your top speed sliding is so much faster than using a turbo nozzle. Okay. There is actually another 1-up to collect on this level, and it's not that one there. So, Gonna do a momentum spin over here, and I'm gonna die. That's all part of the plan. So I'm gonna do a bit of an easier strat instead. There we go. And this is the dreaded chat block, where runners sometimes make the silly error of reading the chat whilst walking around on this block. And they tend to suffer for it and die. So that's a thing to always remember. As a rule, just do not read the chat on that block. And there we go. So we're gonna get Shadow Mario again, in almost back-to-back levels. Just that level in between. I didn't do the very hard strats for that level. Those would have been a bit scarier to do. We are actually going to be going into Spam Spray Heaven, Serena Beach, just after this. So Shadow Mario is once again defeated for the 5th time. And now we're going to have to go and kill him again, so we can unlock Yoshi to enter Serena Beach. By eating the giant pineapple on top of the town hall. And Yoshi always needs a banana, and luckily there's a banana in a tree right over on the left, so we're going to knock Shadow Mario down. We're going to spray the banana out the tree, and we're going to collect the banana, take it back to Yoshi. Jump right at him, and get inside this town hall. Eat the pineapple. So we're inside. And this is the manta level, where a giant manta ray comes out of the sea, and we have to defeat him. And each time we spray him, he turns into a, or he doubles in quantity, just a smaller version. It just splits. And the quickest way to kill the manta is to beat all the big mantas first. And then all of a sudden you'll see that it will turn purple, and they'll all start homing in on Mario. So what we do there is we start spam spraying, and that will cover a lot of ground, and that will be able to spray more than one at once. Trying to do a bit of manta manipulation here. There we go. So we're gonna have to spam spray a lot on this level. Make good use. So we want to spray all the big ones. This is very strange RNG. A lot of lag. Okay, I think we're almost finished with the big ones. And there we go, they're all purple. So they're gonna start homing in towards me now. And we want to spam spray to cover as much ground as possible. Not getting very good luck. They only home in towards you within the right distance as well. Wow. Not very good luck, but there we go. I'm actually going to face the sun here, because what that does is it stores Mario's direction after this little cutscene here, and then we can go ahead and do a slide towards the shine. Otherwise you would be facing the hotel. So that's Manta done. Done and dusted. He doesn't make a return. There we go. And now we're going to go into Serena 2, which is a really cool secret level, which actually makes use of sand blocks. Which I can't think of any other secret level that does that other than... Well, Gelato 1 does, actually. I think just this level in Gelato 1 make use of the sand blocks. which disappear as you land on them, so you need to be quite quick. But we're going to be doing a bunch of dives and rollouts, so we might not need to walk on them, as would be standard in a casual run through. We're going to do a cool strat to get up the pole inside the hotel, where we bounce on the booze. I think they are RNG though, so we might bunk into one. Okay, we got it. And then we can... Oh wow, I didn't do a wall kick in time, so we did bunk. But we're gonna have to just take it easy. Make sure we get up there, no messing around. Oh wow, what's... Didn't ledge grab. And we're in. Okay. So a bit slow, but what can you do? So we're going to do a bit of movement. I'm going to destroy these blocks over here as quickly as possible. I'm going to do spin jumps so we don't fall all the way down. Whee! And land there. That definitely looks very scary. I'm going to do a little momentum spin here to get over to these. Easy. So next level, a really easy clip coming up where we throw a banana and we clip inside a room. This level is actually quite long in a casual setting without this trick. You have to do a bit of a puzzle with getting a pineapple for Yoshi to eat the booze to be able to get into the room that we're trying to get into. So yeah, we're just going to skip all of that by grabbing a banana, getting up to the top floor, and the inputs for it are backflip, flick down, press B, and he basically always clips in there. Very, very easy trick. You could teach pretty much anyone to do it. You can just mess it up sometimes, but like, it doesn't take long to just do it again. Like that. Easy. I think there's like a little seam, or like a little lip up there that you can just pop yourself over by throwing that. Serena 4 coming up, another secret level. It's very strange to see levels have 2 secrets. Doesn't happen too often. I think there's only 3 levels where that's the case. The other 4 don't have that. Or the other 5, I don't know, 4 or 5. Can't think off the top of my head. But we're going to be doing a neat little trick here, which saves us having to do RNG slot machines. Because isn't that fun for a video game? So usually you would have to go to the casino here, spray some slot machines, hope you get the right slots, and then the curtains will open. But we can actually do a cool trick where we just clip over the curtain. Like so. And just get into the pipe behind it. Oh, I think the hole in one. And now we're just in a secret level. This one's pretty difficult, depending on strats. Definitely want to take it safe, because I've not been playing it particularly well in this marathon. So, I'm going to make sure I take this last block safe, because I don't want to lose a bunch of lives, you know? There we go. Easy peasy. So, unironically, the worst level in the entire run is coming up, which is purely RNG. There's a bit of movement to get to the boss, which is King Boo. But this is the Dream Crusher right here, where people who have been on, you know, like, they've been ahead by like over a minute, like a lot of runners, and they've come here and then, oh, they just come out minus 10 seconds, they lose 50 seconds, you know? Or it'll kill a world record run because you get bad RNG, and it really, really sucks. So the idea is, we want to get a fruit cycle, and then there's 2 extra cycles where you don't get fruit. That'd be perfect. So, you get fruit, extra cycle, fruit, and then you're done. But you can get some more extra cycles sprinkled in. But there's always 2 guaranteed extra cycles. But you can get really bad luck and get extra cycles. So I'm going to stop these platforms so it's easy to spray. So this might not be fruit. Yeah, it isn't. That's really unlucky. So if I spray him and there's question marks in the middle, which it isn't. Okay, well, 2 extra cycles, really bad RNG, wow. This might not be it again. Okay, it is. So this time it's fruit. So that lost me 15 seconds already. It's 7 seconds each time. I'm gonna damage him. So you want to throw a pepper in his mouth and then throw another fruit afterwards. Not another pepper though. So once these enemies spawn in, we're just going to cancel the cycle by running underneath him. Like so. And then we're going to do that thing again where I spray here, hope for a question mark. If a question mark's in the middle, it's guaranteed fruit. But you can still get fruit otherwise. But if a question mark in the middle is always fruit. So, second time damaged. We've only had 2 extra cycles so far. So we're going to have to cancel this cycle again, and then hope we get fruit for the 3rd time. And that'll be us ready to move on to the level after this. And it may be fruit, it may not be. And it is. Okay, so 2 extra cycles. I honestly thought it was going to be a lot worse because it gave me 2 straight away, but luckily the rest of the level went pretty smoothly. So that's him defeated. Just going to grab the Shine Sprite. We're moving on to another Spam Spray focus level, Serena 6. So this is the level I was talking about earlier, where the entire beach is covered in goop. And we're going to utilize those Spam Sprays to clean as much goop as possible. The world record on the level is actually a 234 by Fetch now, which I used to have, but he came in and absolutely destroyed me. So, but it isn't uncommon for me to get like a 230, but generally I want to aim for over a 225. That's pretty good for a run, 225 and above. So, looking pretty good so far. Just shy of a 230. 229, very good time. And now we're going to move on to the next Shadow Mario. And then after this Shadow Mario is the last world before the final boss. And the final level, Corona Mountain. Noki is generally considered to be the hardest area in the game. Up there with Pinner Park that we already played. Pinner Park is generally just more janky. But actual difficulty in terms of stages, Noki has it easily. Noki 1, very movement centric. Noki 2, very movement centric. 3, there's some really janky water physics. Where we get put inside a bottle and have to collect red coins. And the water mechanics are really bizarre. And then there's the eel, which uses the same water mechanics to do a boss fight where we need to clean the teeth. Piantissimo, and then Noki 6, which is generally considered the hardest level in the entire game. So yeah, Noki definitely a bit of a scary place to be. And we're going to be entering it right now, so... let's head over there. Just where this beam of light is coming from the sky. Or up to the sky. That was weird. So, we did mole skip earlier on in Pinner 2, and the mole is back. He's back in action, and he's messing up Noki Bay this time. So we're gonna have to go and defeat him. We can't skip him this time, because there's no loading zone inside him. You just have to defeat him to beat the level. Whereas in Pinner Park, you just have to defeat him and then get inside him or inside his cannon to do the secret level. But for this level, it's just defeat him. And to do that, we just need to grab his 3 bombs, or 3 of his bombs, and throw them back at him. And he's done. So for Noki 2, which is coming up, I mentioned earlier how there's a third Gooper Blooper fight, which is actually in Noki 2. But we're going to skip that by going a completely different direction to where the game intends us to go. And we're going to use a spring to clip through a wall and into the chamber where the Shine Sprite is held. And there's some really interesting movement that we do for that level. Do a lot of wall kicks. We need to get we need to get to the top as quickly as possible. So we need to do a bunch of wall kicks to get up there. It's a very, very fun level, very optimized IL as well. So we're going to go to the right instead of over there. Oh wow, that was weird. Okay. Bit janky, but we'll be fine from here. So the spring is just over here. We're going to spray it to make it small and pick up a ball, and then we're going to throw it at this wall and just dive into the void and die. No, we're not. We're just going to land in this room and collect the shell. It definitely looks pretty scary though. So for a lot of new runners, you'll want to hover just before that, so you definitely make sure that you get inside the chamber. And now we're going to be going into the dreaded coins in a bottle. Definitely another one of those levels that sucked when you're a kid, because the physics are so strange. I'm just going to skip all of his dialogue. It's a blessing that we're on PAL, because there's less text. And we're going to have to do a lot of Y turning here to change the direction of our momentum. Like so. Get over to this. And then another one. And then another one. Then we're going to get over here and we're going to do another one just here. Like so. Now we need to let go of the control stick there to kill our momentum and collect that one. And now we're going to do a final one to get to the shine. So it's a lot. Very clean level. And that was the tutorial for the mechanics that we will be using in the eel boss fight, which is coming up. So there are 2 strats that you can do for this level. There's 6 Tooth. And there's 5 Tooth. And they're named that because we want to clean as many teeth as possible before the eel goes down for the first time, or starts spinning, rather. And 6 is the most that you can do. It's the fastest you can do. Saves about 6 seconds per tooth, I think. Something like that. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. I'm going to attempt the 6 Tooth. The good thing about attempting 6 Tooth is you can actually back it up and just do 5 Tooth instead. So we're just going to have to drop down here, and we're going to collect one of the air bubbles on the way down. Because what that's going to do is allow us to get a damage boost as soon as we defeat the eel. And if you have invincibility frames when you beat the eel, the cutscene doesn't play properly. You can walk around during the cutscene. It's very strange. It's the only case in the game of that being a thing. And you can force damage by clipping inside one of the teeth. So that is a 6 tooth. I'm gonna have to really move though. Wow. Okay, so it's gonna be as fast as a 5 tooth. So it's still fine. It's still fine. I just was cutting it very thin. So we're gonna clip inside this tooth. And we're gonna clean at the same time and get damaged at the same time as defeating him. And that's gonna allow us to move around during this weird cutscene. That's coin. And we're gonna go over to where the Shine Sprite lands, which is to the left of the bridge over here. There we go. And that's Eel. Not many levels left. We do have a bit of an auto-scroller. The Calm Before the Storm, Piantissimo. Calm Before Noki 6, which is... even though I generally don't mess it up as much as I used to, it's still the hardest secret, easily. Easily. Because the entrance is even pretty difficult. We do some strats called rope strats. They're really cool to look at. The whole level is incredible way to do. Like, once you get it down, it just feels so good. So one last race with Piantissimo. I should mention, I'm pretty sure we did hit the incentive to do a 10-minute glitch showcase after the run's over. So I'm going to be showing some cool things during that.
We did. We also got some donations too while you've been streaming.
Oh yeah, you can go ahead and read those out, it's fine.
Yeah, just while you got a second before you get to the hard part.
Yeah, that's fine.
We've got $20 from Anonymous. Thank you. We got Brookie Cookie, $20. They said screw cancer.
Yeah.
And Ika from Ika's parents, $50. Thank you so much, guys.
Awesome. So we gotta wait for Piantissimo. And we're gonna use the Y camera. Someone just joined the call and left. That was weird. And here we go. We're going to go ahead into Noki 6, and we're going to be doing those rope strats that I mentioned. They're pretty easy to mess up. I've been talking a big game about how I don't mess it up very much, and that just shows you that I'm going to mess it up, so be prepared for that. Here we go. So the ropes, they go up here. We need to get specific angles on them and do some like cool dives and stuff. So I'm just going to concentrate on this level. It's really difficult, so bear with me. I'll see you on the other side. Okay, I messed up a little bit, it's fine. The cycles will just be off a little bit. It's all good though. Jesus. Wow. Yeah, definitely a bit rusty on that. But we survived it. And now we're going to go ahead do the final Shadow Mario. And we're going to go ahead and do the final area in the game, Corona Mountain. Another level which sucks when you're a kid and you don't really have great motor skills. Because the boats, the momentum of the boat, the physics of the boat don't make too much sense, they're not very intuitive. But for speedrunners, really easy. Like, if you searched up a tutorial on how to do it, like, and learn how the boat actually works, easy. Anyone can do the fast boat strat. So we're going to go ahead and do that. little cutscene's going to play here. It's quite a long one. This is the longest one in the game. Up there with the one where Shadow Mario actually jumps off the statue of the Pianta. So I'm not going to do the really difficult strats for Corona Mountain. But I am going to be doing a strat at the end, which is found by Zelpiku Kirby, who's actually the best tasser for this game. At the end, because we get the rocket nozzle, and what you can do is you can actually store the momentum of the rocket as many times as you want. It's infinite, and I'll be showing some of that off in the glitch showcase. But it is useful for this level specifically because we can just skip all of the cloud platforms at the end. We don't have to rocket onto each one. We can just store 2 rockets, and we just fly straight up there. It's really fun to watch. It's really good. But first, we do have the clay boat, so I'm gonna get that out of the way. Here we go. I'm gonna install 1 rocket, 2 rocket, and just fly straight up. And that's the last cutscene in the game right here, just before the credit cutscene. Well, there's a cutscene, yeah. There is a cutscene that plays after this, just before the credits. But yeah, this is the last proper, like, in-game cutscene, like mid-game, before we get the ending. Voice acting pretty incredible for this game. We got some A-list stars to do it, clearly. So, timing is going to end on the last ground pound. Now we'll just say time when that's done. So you want to get these on the corner, and we want to charge up the rocket ready to fire whilst we're ground pounding just here like this. And then you can fire off another one straight away and get to the next one. This goop is RNG as well, that's flying out of the bathtub. Can mess you up. So time's coming up in 3, 2, 1, now. So yeah, that's Super Mario Sunshine 80%. We've defeated Bowser.
There we go.
Should I just get ready for the glitch showcase now? Should I just go ahead and get the practice codes up? I'm guessing so. I might as well let you do that now. Turn the console off. But yeah, that's the run. I'm not going to sit and watch these credits right now. We're just going to go straight to the glitch showcase. My Wii wants to turn back on. There we go.
Sounds
GG.
good to me.
What was the final time?
We had 1 hour, 21 minutes, and 59 seconds.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Is that what you were
decent.
hoping for today?
Yeah, I was definitely hoping to get like at least a sub 125, if anything.
Oh, well,
for
there
sure.
we go. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. Especially after a lot of the mistakes that I made quite early on.
I was a little worried. I wasn't sure. And you mentioned it enough that I was starting to be like, uh-oh, is it okay?
Yeah, luckily some of my other levels were really good. Saved me a lot of time. So yeah, we're just
It
gonna...
seemed-
Yeah, go
Oh,
ahead.
you mentioned you were unlucky, and there were a lot of weird things happening all of a sudden.
Yeah, there was some weird RNG moments, and then there was just some levels with a bit of jank messed me up, you know? So I'm gonna turn Rumble off because I don't like it, and we're just gonna go to Corona Mountain, because that's going to unlock entirety of Delfino Plaza. I can exit area, and I can show off some glitches for you guys. So go ahead, yeah.
Rookie Cookie wants to know if you're going to do the one that you go into the sky.
I sure am, yeah. That's what I'm going to do straight away, actually. So, the glitch that I showcased at the end of Corona Mountain, where we stored the rockets, you can just do that like in Delfino Plaza, and as I mentioned, it's actually an infinite glitch, so we can just stand and refuel our water each time. So, we can store 1 rocket, which wastes water, but this thing is just going to fill up our water again, just like that. So we can actually do this as much as we want. I'm going to go till the timer says 1 minute, and you're just going to see us fly into the air. Just got about 10 more seconds. Oh, I must have maybe got a bit messed up there. And there we go. So we're going to just go ahead and sidestep off, because if we do any other kind of movement, that's actually going to get rid of the stored rockets. So if we sidestep off, bye Delfino, we're going to space.
Oh!
We're going to the moon. We're going to go to the Moon Kingdom from Odyssey. Just like that.
Wait, you're serious? Oh my.
We're gone. That's it. The game's over.
Cece says Delfino space program.
Delfino space program, exactly. Feeling like David Blaine up here. So I'm gonna just use those position codes that I already used to just teleport us back down to the ground, because that wastes a lot of time. It takes a long time to fall. And I'm gonna go and show you guys another cool little trick. Not using the rockets, but regarding this. So if we spray this, this actually gets a shine to spawn above the shine gate. It's better to spam spray it. And normally you would need the rocket to collect this, but in 20 shines, the speed run, we don't have the rocket super early in the run because we need to collect 20 shines, and you don't unlock the rocket like far into the game. So a cool thing about that is actually inside here is the box game, this thing, and if you see, obviously, like outside is just, you know, blue, like there's nothing there. And the reason that is because secretly the box game, if we use some of those rockets, so we are actually going to utilize those real quick. If we use those stored rockets to fly a little bit above, or to boost ourselves a little bit above this building, the box game's up here, which is bizarre, you know? So we can actually just come out of here, come back down. So knowing that the box game is actually in the sky, we can clip out of here, because we're in the sky right now. If we clip out of here, we'll be able to dive into that shine above the shine gate. And hopefully I get it. It's pretty tricky, but we should be able to get it. If not, I'll just move on to like a different strat or a different different glitch. Okay, looks like we didn't get it that time. We can go ahead and try that instantly. Ooh, that was very, very close. There we go. Looking good. Oh, we got it, just. And that's how you collect that shine. And now we're in Blue Delfino, where nothing is loaded at all.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's really bizarre. So, I'm going to go ahead and move over to Gelato Beach, because I showed you guys Gelato Beach Skip earlier on. And there is actually another way to do Gelato Beach Skip in Gelato 6, which doesn't require a coconut or the use of the hover nozzle. It actually uses Yoshi to clip in. So I'm going to go ahead and check what fruit he needs. Looking like a coconut. So it does need a coconut. But yeah, we're just going to go ahead and get one of those. And we're going to use Yoshi to clip inside the machine that's holding the shine. Get away from me, Catquacks. Okay. So we can't go in the water because Yoshi will die. Gotta be extra careful. By the way, just let me know once we've run out of time.
Oh, sure, can do. I'm just enjoying this.
Yeah, no, of course. Okay, so this normally damages us right here, so we can't, like, leave Yoshi on that, because we won't be able to get on top of him. He'll just throw us off, because we're getting damaged if we stand on that. But if we do a ground pound here, it will clip Yoshi inside. And I might struggle to do the clip properly and, like, hover into it, but you'll see. That wasn't done properly. Maybe I need to be a bit higher, actually. Yeah, that'll do. I need to get the ground pound. Let's see. Why am I not ground pounding? Wow, this is really bizarre. Ooh, very close. Okay, I'll give it another go. Let's face him a bit more like that. Oh wow, that was really close that time. I'm gonna try one more time. I'm gonna show you guys another goofy thing with the rocket. Okay, and what am I doing? This is really bizarre. Let's see. For some reason he's not ground pounding. I'm actually really confused. Alright, well, it looks like it's not wanting to work, but you saw the idea.
I think we found the problem. Brookie's cookie says nobody puts Yoshi in the corner, so.
Oh no.
Not only the run, but now the glitch showcase is cursed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's ruined. It's all ruined. So I'm going to show some more goofy things with the rocket real quick. So there's rollouts in the game like this, like that, and usually if we rocket during that, it does nothing. So let me try and demonstrate properly. Like that, like it kind of just does a little rocket fart. Doesn't really do anything. But if we hold,
still.
But if we hold A, we can actually get really, like, a lot of distance and height from it, which is really strange. Like this. And we can use this to travel over this water in 120 shines and other categories that do the 100 coins. Looks really strange. And Gelato is actually a very good place to showcase another strange glitch, which does involve sort of what I was doing earlier with the flying into the sky. So there's these dune buds, which if we spray, they reveal secret locations like that. There's actually a shine behind this one. Spoilers. But if we ground pound as soon as it goes down, the camera glitches out and just like flies into the sky. So you need to time that right. Takes a little while. Damn. There we go. The camera's just in the sky. And then it like slowly zooms back down. Well, quickly, really.
Right.
Very strange. Very strange. Well, there's a lot of quirky stuff in the game like that. Let me think of something else. Oh yeah, of course. There's another 20 shine strat that I'll show you guys. So, a lot of things in this game do involve using a coconut, actually, to clip into things. So, this one is for this place here. Usually you'd need a turbo nozzle to actually break this and get in, but it's the first shine we actually do in 20 shines, and we don't have the turbo nozzle, so we're going to need to grab one of these and just do some jumps and throw it. Oh wow, I didn't get enough height, I think. Try it again. Needs to be a bit closer, I think. And we clip right down into this little bit here. We can try and position the camera. And then we can just go ahead and just jump inside this. And then we can do this level without the turbo nozzle, which is a bit more difficult, but it's still pretty easy. Because you don't have the risk of falling as much.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is just part of the 20 shines route to just do this straight away. And then we're going to finish this off with a big slide at the end. And collect the shine. I'll show another Delfino clip actually. There's another thing that we can clip inside to get a shine. Very bizarre. And this time it actually uses a pepper. So we're not sticking to one fruit, which is good. So I just want to
Wait,
throw
is
this.
that a fruit?
I believe so. Yeah.
I think the seeds, right?
Uh,
That's not an answer, but
I don't
that's
know. I guess it's just because it's part of this game, and then they just consider them fruits, so the fruit stalls. So who knows? But yeah, we're gonna throw one of those over there and place it strategically in front of this this wall, and then probably a little bit further back actually. And we're gonna initiate like a jump slide like that, a wall slide rather, just in front of it, and that should just pop us in there. I think it needs to be a bit closer, so bit further away. Bit further away again. That should do it. Really? Weird. There we go. And we're inside. And we're inside. We can get this. This just saves us having to use the turbo nozzle for a lot of things.
Sure.
Some more Delfino things that you can do. Delfino is just glitchy in general, the plaza. For 120 shines, you need to collect the blue coins, and they're hidden in the sewers. But you can actually use this thing here to clip through into the sewers. And it is out of bounds, so I need to not touch the floor. The floor is lava. We need to not touch the floor for 30 frames. So we need to just keep jumping. And we can see there's a blue coin over there. I died. But there is a blue coin over there that you can collect. And then you can move on to another blue coin.
I never found this as a kid.
It's bizarre. So the way you'd normally get that is you'd use these sewers. Let me grab Yoshi real quick, because I probably will finish on this one. This is really cool. This is a really fun trick to do. It's really easy and very useful for casual runners if they want to, or casual players if they want to do this. So there is an island that Yoshi needs to get to, and he needs the boats usually. And the boats take forever, and it's boring, as you can fail and have to restart all over again. And it's just over there, and because Yoshi can't touch water, you know, you do need to take the boats. But, cool thing, you can use these buildings to clip out of bounds, and then run under the ocean to get to the island. So I'm actually going to go ahead and do that with this left building over here. So one sec. I do know another way of doing this, so I don't. Okay, yeah, I know. I'll just go to the other place where I actually know it works.
Sure sounds good to me.
Yeah, so, well, where we clipped before inside here, there's an angle that Yoshi can clip inside. Let me see. Or is it like this? Oh, there we go. So we need to make sure we keep jumping, because this is out of bounds, and we don't want to... Oh, I messed it up! God damn it, this is really frustrating. So yeah, I think everyone gets the idea, pretty much.
Yeah, we can see the island, yeah.
Yeah. So, I apparently suck at glitches. So, you can actually walk under the ocean floor, and survive with Yoshi once we clip up back in bounds. And we can jump out of the water and not die. And that will allow us to get over to the island and do the lily pad secret shine.
That is a really cool one. I like that the most, actually.
Yeah, it's very good. Very useful.
I'm gonna have to look up on the pepper thing though later.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a mystery. It's a mystery. Is it a fruit? We will never know. But yeah, I think that just about does it for a glitch showcase, actually. There's probably a few more like minor things you can do with like rocket storage and stuff, and then just a few things that I actually don't know how to do. There's actually a trick called the DeLorean, where you clip into this building over here. I have no idea how you do it, but it's with a banana, and you throw it and it teleports you down into the shine area.
Oh wow, okay.
So yeah, if people are interested in actually seeing a bit more of a varied glitch showcase for things that I didn't demonstrate. There is actually a Bouncy Boy video from a few years ago that he has on his YouTube channel that does show off some more glitches, so those are really cool to watch.
Look into that. Thank you for your time today and for the run, and even
Yeah.
though it was cursed, you still kept going. And
Yeah,
making
yeah, I know,
Awesome.
I kept going. Yeah, thanks for having me.
No, absolutely. Yo, that was Super Mario Sunshine with Lumardy, and that's what we got for Super Mario today. We got Super Mario 64 coming up, so stay tight.
Awesome.
Yes, GG's, GG's.
GG's, GG's.